I read about the Mau Mau. And in all honesty, I think if really we are to win this war, times for going to the streets are over. In all honesty, time ya kwenda street imeisha. Because they know how to infiltrate that system.
Yeah.
One thing about the Mau Mau, I quite did a deep dive.
Mau Mau.
So here's the thing, their dealings, and how they dealt with everything.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, they are very calculative about their dealings in this sort of way. For them actually to go on ahead and execute something, like let's say for example, they want to go on ahead and, advocate for something and all that. They used quite simple things to their advantage. They developed a mailing system that was just based off of the Mau Mau, or rather a communication system that only them understood. That was the first one. The second one was this. The second one, they quite ensured there was limited information in terms of that which got out. Because if information got out, the government used to constantly use something called propaganda. Actually, what you're saying right now. Because mtu ataenda achukue nini aende aifanye kwa propaganda. And they will actually go on ahead and use that to their advantage to go on ahead and do what? To go on ahead and kind of sort of put first fear in the people, and actually to go on ahead and try and destabilize the whole system. Because remember, they didn't have quite phones. They didn't have phones per se. But they had their unique information on how they actually had the information, out and, to go out and wide. Why am I talking about this? I'm not talking about this to show per se, to talk more about them. But I'm talking about this to kind of sort of lobby for something. Here's the thing. We're dealing with guys who are not short term. We're dealing with guys who are in the long run. Maybe it's a high time for Gen Z to now start thinking long term. So you can make sense. What's long term? Long term is sitting down, coming up with systems that can actually work. Let's say, for example, the whole political system. People have been talking about, the whole election system. People have been talking about, in terms of votes, being stolen. So my thinking was, how about this? How about we come up with a TikTok system? Use that which is available to us. TikTok system, how will this made us? How will this work? Let's talk about specifically polling station. Do you know that it is law that in a polling station you're allowed to be there? Actually, when the votes are being counted, you are allowed to be there. So let me ask you, how many Gen Zs are spread across Kenya? Quite a lot.
So we are majority.
Quite a lot.
Will
it hurt us coming up with a pool system whereby to say, man, this money is being allocated to this. What to attend, to this and this and this and this. To at this particular pool. Then use election, bundles will be distributed across Kenya. Why? Why will you ask, why the bundles be allocated through Kenya? Because we'll have now to beat them at their game. TikTok live.
Until okuzimie data.
Until okuzimie
data. Safaricom.
Aya.
Kesho. Siku mzima.
Tunaweza sema story ya data. So here's the thing.
Kuzimia.
Wanaweza zima internet. Yes, watazima internet, bro. Sikatai. But here's the thing. The only legal way, the only player that they can actually use to shut the internet, do you know it's who? Safari. They have no jurisdiction of Airtel. They have no jurisdiction of Airtel. Actually, in all honesty,
tuna Airtel.
Kuna vitu mingi sio simple venye unadhani. Anaweza honga kijana anaweza shikwa na mombama. Ametoka hivyo police station na simu yake. Aekwe ndani ama ashikwe rafiwe hapo.